Yeah, this is just a response video that I wanted to post real quick to your question. You're asking that you might, I guess, stop posting videos or whatever the case may be on YouTube because you don't think that black people are really paying much attention to your videos, or should I say take your advice in what you're having to say. My response to that is the main reason why, in your opinion, you don't think that black people are paying attention to your videos is because you keep saying the same thing over and over and over. It's like, and I think I mentioned this to you once before in a video. I don't know if you had taken the time to look at it or what have you, but I think in one of the videos that I responded to you with, it's like the reason why you're going to get the same response from people, nothing is going to change. And basically, what I don't say that to be mean, is that, you know, every time you post the video, you keep talking about the same issues over and over and over and over. And I keep going back to the point where in one of your videos that you did earlier this year, you said that you were going to start coming out with newer material. Basically, from what I've been seeing pretty much for the most part on your videos, you're going back over and still reiterating the same self-sufficient superiority videos where you put your opinion into these things and then try to state them off as fact, which kind of irritates people, mainly the black people that you're trying to get a hold of. I don't understand what type of change are you wanting to see. It's good that you do have people that may want to change their lifestyle, as far as the part where you said the fellow that wanted to commit suicide, he took a look at your videos and decided to live. That's a good thing. Those are the type of things that you need to focus and put your efforts in. Things that can actually prolong the life, you know, of anybody, not just black people. I understand that, you know, your whole purpose and cause for posting videos is for, you know, you to help the black folks or to help the black community. But for you to come up here and say that black people are hopeless, then basically it's like you're giving up on yourself as well, because the last time when I saw you, you still look black. So basically, anytime you sit there and make an erroneous assumption about the black people and you criticize them, and I think we've gotten into this once before, you're doing it to yourself again, okay? You can, what type of possible result or possible favorable result would you like to have when you keep criticizing and downplaying black people like you do? The sad part about it is that I don't see how. I mean, you're saying that with all the subscribers that you have, you're not getting people that's looking at your videos. Look at what you're posting. Look at the stuff. It's like you're recreating that cycle all over again, where you're talking about the same issues all over again. You're downgrading black people all over again when you said that you weren't going to do that. Everybody that's here that's posting videos on here, they do look at them. I mean, like I say, you know, just because people don't comment on your videos or whatever every time that they see it, doesn't mean they're not watching your videos. My goodness, if you look into where it says views and see how many people view your videos, you have a good little bit of people that look at your videos, to include myself. So I mean, basically, you know, I don't know what your issue is or what have you, but you cannot change the black race, son. You cannot do it. And I don't know where you think that, or who you think gave you the authority to be the overall person to give instruction on how black people are supposed to live. Okay, you are still a human being just like the rest of us. You have no more power than the rest of us. You have to live and breathe just like the rest of us. You have to put your pants on one leg at a time just like the rest of us. So stop trying to put yourself on that pedestal and think that you are better than the average black person, because you are not. And I repeat, you are not. Okay, me and you have had words on this many times before, but for some reason you don't want to respond to my post, which is fine, because that's not going to stop me from viewing what you have to put. Like I say, you know, there are some things that you say on your videos that do make some sense, and then again, some things you say on there that is strictly your opinion that you try to state or bring across as fact. Okay, and that is one of your habits that you have, and basically that's the reason why you feel that black people aren't listening to you. Again, if a quick remedy to that, post something new, post something more original. Get off of the black people's neck, okay? Why do you think that somebody gave you authority to step on the black person's neck? Because the more you criticize us, the more you criticize yourself, because you are no better than the average black person, okay? You are 20-something years old, okay? You're still kind of wet behind the ears, okay? And despite that fact, I'm still able to overlook that and go and look at some of the stuff you say, because, you know, you do have some informational things to say when it's not, you know, talking about black folks or putting them down. I mean, you do have a little bit of smarts about you in some of the stuff that you do, but for the most part, you know, it's like 85% of your videos is all about criticizing black people. The other 15% is where you start talking with common sense, and that's the 15% that I like to watch. But this other stuff, it's like you're repeating that cycle again, son. And when you keep repeating that cycle again, you're going to still get the same results. It's like you're putting maximum effort, but you're getting minimal progress. And that's the way it is when you post stuff on YouTube. I know it's all about getting subscribers and all this other type of stuff, which I could care less about. But the fact about it is that if you want to be or want to make the black community change for the better, you have to be a part of that change. You cannot sit there and talk negative about people and expect for them to change for the better. Why don't you be that person that you want everybody else to be? That's my challenge to you. Alright? I mean, it's so easy to sit out here and rant. Yeah, I got a YouTube account. I'm partnered with YouTube. Rant. And post videos just for the sake of posting them. But you got to have something that has substance. And if your videos don't have substance, then you're going to have people that maybe look every now and then and keep going. Because your videos, I mean, come on. I mean, it keeps repeating the same thing over and over and over. And it's like, okay, and then you sometime, and then, you know, the same people come on there every now and then and post the same type of viewpoints over and over and over and over. And like I say, I'm not embarrassed to say, you know, I come up there and look at what you're doing. I come up there and see, you know, what type of videos you're making. And sometimes, again, I see and I move on. But if I see something, you know, that really, you know, intrigues me, then I'm going to comment and post about it. You know, that's just what YouTube is all about. But when you're talking about wanting to make change and then posting the same thing over and over and over and then get angry with people when you don't get the response that you think you should get from them, then you want to say that you want to stop doing this or stop doing that. If you want to make a statement, just stop doing it. Don't say that you're going to stop doing it or you're going to do this, that, just stop. You know, like I say, YouTube, if you're not careful, you can tell a whole lot about yourself on YouTube by the attitude that you take in your videos, the people that you come across that you rub the wrong way. I mean, it's like you want all of this recognition and you want all of this, like, what are you looking for? What is your overall reason for coming on YouTube? Do you want a pat on the back? Is that what you're looking for? I mean, because it's like that is, you are really, it's like you are really seeking something that you just cannot get. And I mean, it's like you're very adamant about it to the point where you're just like, I don't know. But to say that black people are hopeless, that to me is not very encouraging. And then on top of that, coming from a black person, I would expect for maybe, and it would be my kind of like easier in a sense to digest coming from a white person to say that, but for somebody that's within your race saying that same thing, that is doubly offensive. And the fact about it is, you know, you are no better than anybody else. So the same category that you put other blacks in, you might as well jump in that pot yourself, because you're making yourself look kind of crazy right about now. And that's just all I'm going to say about it. Okay? If you want to respond to this video, I would encourage you to do so, because like I say, you know, it's like you keep repeating the same thing over and over and you're not getting anything any different. You're still getting the same old responses. If you want something different, post something different. Talk about something else other than black people. Talk about unemployment. Talk about, you know, the current economy, you know, that type of thing. That's what it's all about, being diverse, not sticking to the same thing over and over. You know, if you want to get out and really move people, talk about something that doesn't relate to what you always talk about. Talk about something different. That's the best way to do it. Be more creative. It's like you limit yourself. That's all I got to say. Peace.